3, 2.
Whoa.
Is that the noise, Dan?
It is the noise. We're going. We're hitting it.
The noise. That means go. Green means go.
Red
Yeah, technically it's
means record. So
camera.
wow, look at this.
Get
We're
the joke.
episode 8. Guys, fun fact. Fun
did
little
it.
behind the scenes fact. We recorded this episode the day after we recorded the last episode.
Yeah, I'm fucking so tired.
This week is podcast mania.
It is podcast
Here in the
mania.
studio, yeah.
What are we doing Saturday, Dan?
Another podcast.
What are we doing next week?
Another freaking podcast.
And then one more time, Dan?
And
After
then we're
that?
done. And then we're done.
Yeah.
Then I walk away.
That's the Christmas app. Yeah, it's like we're on vacation after that.
Yeah.
We actually both
we
do happen to be
literally
going on a
go on vacation.
vacation. The old vacay. A well-deserved,
Yes, very well
holiday.
deserved. Very looking forward to it.
because we don't stop, boy. That grind don't stop.
We are
don't stop.
absolute beasts.
Show us some love. We ain't getting enough of that these days.
Yeah. Why aren't you watching? Oh, you are? Well, show us some more love.
Yeah, literally, like why?
Send us money.
Why aren't you spot? Yeah.
Make us
Why?
a Patreon.
Why aren't you do? Yeah.
So
Why aren't
too
you?
lazy.
Why aren't you sponsoring the show?
All right. We got topics?
No.
Dang. No, I why don't I just tell you what I've been up to today, huh?
Go on.
That's a better place
What a
to
topic.
start as any. So
Yeah.
I obviously, isn't it weird when we talk about stuff that we talk about not when recording, and then we kind of have to pretend like,
Yeah.
hey, you know that thing, and then you're like, oh yeah, of course.
Well, I did.
And it's like we were literally
a couple
talking
of
about
times.
it 5
Yeah, a
minutes
couple of times.
before.
I'm just like, oh, I'll wait for the podcast for that.
Yeah.
So, keep the camera on Dan. I'm just gonna stare off into the distance and think about other stuff. Go.
Be a bloody donkey, a mule. So
Jeez.
today I was editing a wedding that I filmed on the weekend. A wedding that happens to be, no, I won't say it.
A lesbian.
Well, it was a gay wedding.
If you won't say it, I will.
And the thing is, I'm
Wait,
now
why didn't you want to say it?
Well, I didn't want to sound like, I was just being like,
woke as fuck.
Yeah, I didn't
Look at you.
I didn't want to sound like I was bragging about how woke I am. But now that I've brought it up, it's like I can't get away from it. Anyway, so I filmed at this wedding, and it was really nice. It was a really sweet ceremony, everything. And I filmed that on Saturday, I think, Saturday afternoon.
Saturday, yeah.
And then today, which is Tuesday. So get this, that's like a 4-day turnaround. Tuesday. Now I've pretty much edited it. I'm gonna finish it tonight. I'm nearly done. I've done most of the cutting. Like, here's the thing with weddings, and it's so funny. I noticed this. I actually had to look back because I've edited another wedding, and I had to look back and be like, what did I do with that other wedding editing wise? And when they're doing the ceremony, you cut out so much stuff. You cut out so much of the boring,
Mostly the religious vows
yeah, like we're here today to join together
in the
beautiful
eyes of God.
Yeah, and it's like, it doesn't, that stuff, no one wants to watch that in their wedding video, you know what I mean? They don't want to, the memories when we stood there listening to shit that we were waiting
like,
to be over.
Where's the line about the eyes of God gone?
Yeah. So I cut out most of that.
God.
I've cut it down to mainly, so I've got the ceremony, which is them doing their vows, and then the kiss, and then signing the, we're married certificate. And then they went down to the beach, so I got that in slow motion, bit of dancing on the beach, bit of kissing, etc. Got the speeches all sorted, and then the first dance and the second dance.
What
And
was
then
their
that'll be
wedding
it.
song?
Well,
Please.
I've been editing it all day, so their wedding, their first dance.
Let me
there's
Shazam
a couple
this.
songs. There's a couple songs.
Ah,
So-
that's
They
not fair.
She walked down the aisle to.
Here Comes the Bride.
n-
Remixed. Feat Nicki Minaj.
No, she walked down to the aisle to a song called "Why I Love You" by Major, I believe. Yeah. So she walked down to the aisle by a song called "Why I Love You" by
Is
Major.
that a SoundCloud rapper? I've never heard that shit before.
No, it's a song you'd know. It was. I don't want to sing it because I don't want to be a twat, but it was kind of like. Let's hope I don't get copyrighted here because I'm such a good freaking singer. But it's like, "This is why I love you." Ooh,
No.
This is why I love you.
Sounds like a Guy Ritchie song.
Anyone listening to this owes me money
Can I just
because I just
Shazam your
gave you
voice?
a full on. Yeah, you should Shazam my voice.
I'll be like, oh, that's what it was.
There you go. Shazam will get it. So it's "This Is Why I Love You," and then I'm also gonna play the Adele song. You should know
Hello?
this one. What is it? It's no, it's the
Set
one where
Fire
it's
to the
like,
Rain.
Make
Rolling
you
in the
feel
Deep.
my love. No, not that one.
Rumor has it.
No. Where is it? Here it is.
Someone Like You.
No, here it is. Ooh, I make you feel my love.
Must have been off 19. I've never
Yeah,
heard that
song?
one.
Oh, wow.
Or 25.
Look at you. Not a romantic. Not true romantic.
It's like, I don't listen to it now. It must be
That's
unromantic.
that's what they signed their wedding thing to. And then their first dance was to, oh, frick.
This is the most important one, by the way.
Their first dance was Adele One and Only. That's what it was.
How many bloody Adele? Surely it's like...
They did like Adele, yeah.
Surely it's like an 80s greatest hits. You can't have two of the same bands on it.
Well, it happens. I'll tell you, it happens.
Wow.
I'm
I'm
and
royally
then,
eject.
then next they played John Legend, A Good Night.
Shouldn't it be, what's it called, All of Me?
Well, they already had, I think A Good Night, that was their party one, like they already had romantic
Oh, well, I don't
ones.
know. I know that's not it, but seriously, that song, One a Night,
Yeah.
is, I've gone to 2 weddings in my life.
Aw.
It's played at both of them. And then in the episode of Sherlock, I think it's his last vow? No. I think one of the episodes where John gets married. Anyway, they play that song in it.
Aw.
I'm just saying, like, I Want a Night will be played at my wedding. It better be played at
That's
yours.
cute. No,
I'm
it
just
will
saying,
be.
like, it's the classic church
It's
song.
a classic wedding song. Like, you got to. You have to. There are certain things,
Sign of
certain
Free.
Rituals. That's what it's called, yeah.
Sign of Free.
Mary,
His last vow is the second one.
That spying bitch.
It's like, was this bloody... It's like, which one of you is a spy?
Yeah, I know. I was doing the wedding. I was like, is there something suspicious going on? Which one of these
Just watch out for that body language.
is undercover? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was an interesting. It was a nice little ceremony. It was a nice time. I flew up my drone. What was so funny was that they were pretty like. It was a good experience filming the wedding because next year it seems like I'm going to be doing a lot of weddings. Get married, get divorced, the whole thing. No, I'm going to be filming a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
Because I've just kind of partnered with this wedding company, and it's a pretty good gig. Like, it looks like they pay pretty alright money, and they hopefully will give me work decently enough. I want to upgrade all my cameras to, so I've got the stuff to make sure I can get it good, but that should be an ongoing gig next year. But what's funny that I learnt sort of this last weekend is that it's quite quick, fast paced. You know what I mean? Like, you got to just be like, you see something, you get it. You don't really have time to faff around being like, all right, let me frame this shot, let me perfectly line it up. You got to just be like onto it as soon as you can see it. Like, when they went to walk to the beach, they really wanted to get shots of them walking to the beach, like drone shots of them walking to the beach. And I was like, yeah, that's fine.
That shit ain't easy.
But they were kind of just like, oh, hey, we're going. So I was like, oh, God. And I had to quickly set up my drone, connect it, fly it up. And then and then, because it's not just getting the drone to follow them, but it's also then setting up an actually nice looking shot.
Literally.
With the drone. And I found...
especially with the wind at the beach, that shit ain't easy.
Yeah, literally. Thankfully,
wind,
it wasn't too windy, but
the wind plays a big part in you trying to get a steady shot.
Oh, totally. And the thing is...
You notice it starts to go like this.
Well, and the thing with the
Depending
drone
which way the
as
wind's
well,
going, obviously.
with drone footage, a bit of a tip for anyone looking to get into the drone videography game.
Drone biz.
The best drone shots are moving shots, obviously, because otherwise it's just kind of static. It's just there's not enough going on. So it's either, even if it's a small amount of movement, the drone just sort of moving slowly. But the best ones is when the actual drone body's moving, but the camera's also moving. So maybe it's moving up or down. And those shots, they look the best, but obviously they're a little harder to get. So it's like the whole thing. You really got to be, precise and quick to the game.
Yeah, look, I'd say this because I obviously shot a lot of drone footage, and I think it's seriously one of those things where it's like the first week of, well, not even the first week, but probably the first couple of days of having it, like, it wouldn't connect, it was being a bitch, and I was getting ready to fucking stamp on the cunt, I was literally really over it, and then to go from that to a week later shooting the footage, I feel like with the drone, you can do a very good job at looking very professional even if you're not.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's very simple. I think literally
Definitely.
an amateur
the
could get it.
Stabilizing of
no,
the
exactly.
gimbal. Yeah.
Literally, I think an amateur could, learn it in a week, like the buttons and stuff, and fly it. Literally go to a very beautiful, exotic place. It'd be pretty hard to. I feel like with a drone, it's such a good thing to get for the channel now, for both of us.
Oh,
because we both got drones.
Totally. Yeah.
I feel like it's such a. easy way to get footage. Apart from like the couple of things you said, like obviously you've got to be quick and like the wind can play a difference and stuff.
Well,
and,
generally, if you have enough time to,
yeah, no,
like if you're in a setting that's not a wedding and you can try and get the shot maybe once or twice or even 3 times if you screw it up, then it's a great tool. It's absolutely great. The thing with like, what is going on?
I was gonna say
our listeners can't hear, but someone's getting broken into. I guess
it's like that's next door. That'll be fine.
Yeah, we're like, it's just my neighbours. They deserve it anyway. No,
I don't like them. What if your neighbours watch this?
Yeah, they probably are
it's like they could have stopped it.
Maybe they're casing the joint. Maybe they're watching it to be like, all right, is he going to talk about when he leaves the house? Is he going to talk about
so I leave the house from 9 to 5.
He unlocks,
and I don't leave the front door locked because I trust my neighbours.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes when there's like live streams going on and like people drive past the house and like chuck rocks in. Maybe that's what they're trying to do for us.
Damn neighbours.
It's like, let's just set our own alarm off so they can hear it.
Yeah, they're trying to screw us up. They're trying to ambush us. I see.
Yeah, like we don't like that.
Maybe
podcast.
they have a podcast. They're like competitors.
Maybe.
If our podcast can't get any views, neither can theirs. No, I'll say this,
The twats.
Have you heard I'm sure you have. You've heard the
phrase DJI?
The phrase of, what is it? It's like the best camera is the one you have with you. Have you heard that phrase?
No, I agree.
I definitely agree with that, but I think I would add to that.
To an extent.
I would add to that, like, what's important about that phrase is that it's about the ease of use of the camera. And it's like what you said about the drone. It does take a bit of a while to learn how to work it. And what can be especially annoying is when you go to fly it up and it's like, oh, you need to calibrate it. And then you have to like,
turn it around. And I tell the people I was like, please don't laugh at me. I'm just going to spin around in a circle twice.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And like my GoPro that I've been using. So this podcast, our third wide angle is now my GoPro, by the way. Anyone curious about some of the video production side?
So I noticed it changed.
So I've got this GoPro Hero 7 that I use for the podcast. I use for like different projects and whatever. It's kind of like an extra camera, and it's actually a really good quality camera
when it works.
That's the thing, is that it gets good footage. It's definitely usable compared to DSLR stuff. The different like frame rates and stuff is all really good. The ability to zoom, stabilizing is amazing. But it's just a freaking like glitchy piece of shit.
How weird is that, dude? That's the latest GoPro.
It's so new, and I heard similar tales about the last year's one. So look,
same bloody software.
That's the thing. Maybe it's the same thing. Like they'll update it in a few weeks, and it was just the first person to buy it ends up having to suffer through the sort of honeymoon phase, I guess.
What can I just say as well? Like literally with the gear. Like, if you're interested in buying, like, shit like GoPros and cameras and stuff, and you're thinking about getting a drone, I would say my biggest fear was, like, back in the day, I was like, oh, I can't fly a drone, like, I'll crash it.
Yeah.
Like, but literally, I'd say, especially with the updated ones, like, if you get one from back in, like, a couple of years ago, you probably would have this problem, but... And I'm going to touch bloody wood here. I don't know if this is wood. It looks kind of like it. It's been made look like it.
Bamboo.
But, yeah, it's a bit of bamboo. But anyway, like, I just say, like, it's pretty fucking impossible to crash.
Oh, yeah.
It practically is impossible to crash.
Well,
very much so.
The first drone I had was the old.
That's what I mean. It didn't really have much.
DJI drone, and that one I crashed, and that one didn't have any. Object detection or anything like that. These new ones, the object detection is really good, and it will literally. Sometimes it can be a little annoying, honestly, but it literally like won't let you fly in a certain direction if it doesn't feel like 100%.
Like when you're trying to get a shot of yourself, you're like, no, it's me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just do it.
They're like, I don't want to fly any closer.
I'm like, no,
it's me.
Did
you do that thing where you catch the drone and you turn it off? Have you tried that yet?
Yeah, but it always chucks a bit of a sook. So I touch it and it's like, it's trying to bloody...
No, you got to do it quick. You kind of got to quickly and then...
Oh, you do that?
You have to grab it.
I did this and sort of like lowered it.
No. You have to grab it and then turn it to its side.
I see.
And that's how it knows to turn off.
What a trick, Dan. I'll have to use that.
Bit of drone tips and tricks.
What if it bloody goes... Yeah, and you go flying up with it like...
You fly like...
Yeah. What does it do?
Off the edge of the cliff?
Yeah,
no,
literally.
It turns off.
But does it always turn off when doing that?
I think it's the motion, like it senses that you're turning
I see.
So that's what turns it off, yeah.
Oh, you learn something new every day. I didn't know that.
That's true.
Some drone tips for you.
And that's where what's really funny about DSLRs is that DSLRs... there are people who are like, oh, you can film all YouTube videos on an iPhone, and you
get
can.
out of here.
Look, you can.
Get out of here.
But I'll say, like, my DSLR is what? My 80D I've had since 2017 sometime. My other one I've had since 2013, and it works perfectly. It works fine. Like there's nothing wrong with it. So
Get a DSLR.
I really think that
You can get a good. It's
they're a
HD
good
for like
they're a
less
good
than
investment.
$1,000 now.
They're a very good investment. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get a DSLR, it's gonna last you a good solid amount of
Yeah,
years. Like
100%.
this one.
That's
that,
a bloody. That's an oldie but a goodie.
Oh, I've had it for 5 years and it works perfectly fine.
Literally.
It's compatible with a video mic. Like that's honestly gold standard. It's Canon 650D for anyone wondering. I would definitely recommend it. It's gonna last you a long
It's a
time.
good starting camera.
And the thing is, I've never with either of them never had any glitches with the camera.
No.
I've occasionally had something with like the SD card
Canon's
or the
the
mic.
best.
The actual camera themselves never given me any problems.
I started with Nikon, but they're a lot better at like their photography camera, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that Canon, from what I found, it's just the best kind of all rounder for video, photo. You know, that's my humble opinion, folks.
Yeah, well, literally, we're like, I know what you're thinking. You know, you're looking at us now and you're thinking, look, you've got all the gear. It's not easy if you're watching and you're quite young, like,
It's
easy for you to say, like, you
totally.
know, we haven't, you know, we're young and stuff and we can't afford that kind of thing. We were young. I started filming YouTube videos on my iPhone 4S.
Yeah, same. That's
Okay.
that's actually the exact same one.
So
I
there you
started
go.
with.
And I used to film on an iPad 4, and then I went from like an iPhone 5, and then I was like filming on like a shitty. Holy shit! There goes my bloody.
Oh, Connor, I'm sorry.
It's like, Dan, cut to a Y quickly. They won't notice.
All right. Sorry, Con.
That's right. And then yeah, like I literally would use I would just literally use like pieces of crap, and then I would slowly get into using a DSLR, and I used a Nikon, and then I went from that to my 700D, and then I'll eventually get the old 80D, like Dan.
You keep chatting. I'm gonna get your camera back.
Oh god, there's nothing happening here. But no, look, no, really, yeah, that's my point though, because like it's easy to say, like, you know, and I used to do it. I was like, I can't afford all this YouTube gear, but seriously, it's starting, and then eventually getting to the point where like you can afford this gear, and if you want to start a YouTube channel, I know we spoke last week, Dan, about you're definitely there. we spoke last night about how, like, you know, this generation wants to be YouTubers, and my best advice to you, if you want to start doing YouTube, is to literally just go and do it. And if you're going to start on like a crappy, well, there's no such thing as a crappy phone anymore. I know you kids have got the latest gadgets. There's no one walking around with an iPhone 4 anymore in like a year 6 class. Okay, let's be honest here. So literally, you gotta take what you got. And you're a little better than what we did, because when we used to film with our iPhone 4s, it did not look good. The battery's going to go just quietly.
Don't worry.
Oh, well. It was going to happen
I totally
at some
agree.
point.
No, I totally agree. I started filming same as you. Like my first videos, I filmed videos on my iPad 2 back in the way back in the day. And that
I remember
was
those classics.
Oh, dude, I mean,
Daniel to Daniel.
Yeah,
I'm wet.
Yeah, seriously.
Grooming myself.
Like, I literally filmed stuff on my iPad 2. Do you remember? This is going to be a nice little throwback for
Thursday?
us.
Tuesday?
In year 7, we did.
Oh, the
This would have been our first year together.
in integration.
Yes, in integration we did.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
What was it? It was
It
on
was like the Roman thing.
That's it, the Colosseum, or
And we had to
like
I remember.
Gladiators or something.
I remember you bought an iPad in, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I brought my
An
iPad.
I was like, can I touch it? I was like,
into school.
I felt like,
So we could record this voiceover for this like really shitty like iMovie.
and we were like fighting, like,
It was just like pictures like floating across the screen, and like the voiceover, and like, you know, one of those iMovie basic music tracks. And
that's an oldie but a goodie.
oh man, that was a hot classic.
Can I just say, like, when I was in that class, I was trying to find friends, and that was Josh, Lewis, and you.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, this is it. I'm in year 7 now. I've got a new group of friends. This is a new beer, new me. I was very excited for that kind of thing. I mean, we never did stay together. I got torn to Mitchell in that class, so, you know.
Yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
good.
no, for the first like couple of weeks of term 1, we were in cahoots.
Oh, that's right.
We were doing it, man. We
tell you.
were sending it every bloody week in that class.
But that's kind of the moral of the story, kids, is that, you know, you might not know it at the time, but destined for greatness all the way back then.
Luckily for us, like, Well, for me at least, I can't say the same for you because I'm sorry you're on the same channel, but that's okay. But I moved from my old channel where tremendously embarrassing videos were uploaded. But
Well,
no one's gonna make fun of you. In fact, I
You know
had bigger
what's-
success on that channel than I have for this one yet.
you
So
know,
there you go.
the thing is, what's funny is that I have a lot of old videos on my channel that are, probably embarrassing. I don't know. It's like some of them I just don't even remember, And I don't delete them, but I only don't delete them because I'm posting currently, and it's like people are gonna watch my new stuff,
It's like if you can't handle me at my worst.
Yeah, and
You
the thing
can't
is,
handle
it's
me at my
actually kind
best.
of nice to be able to look back. When you go and actually do look back, it's kind of like, why am I doing this? But it's nice to have the option to look back and be like, oh, I was making YouTube videos all the way back then on my shitty iPhone 4S, my iPad 2. I was editing on iMovie,
Well, most of those videos, well, actually, all those videos which I've uploaded from the old channel are like, I've still got them.
Well, you know what's really
They're
sad?
still there,
You
the
know
old
what
fossils.
you know what I will always regret, and maybe one day I'll get like a cyber security guy and come and help recover them. But
How?
I don't know.
Can
But
you actually do that?
no, I don't know. I'm just
In the future, you can.
that's what I'm saying. One day in the future when it's
That's
possible.
true. Go on, what is it?
Nah, like so my earliest video posted on my YouTube channel as it stands now is like 8 seconds long. It's I'm wet.
I'm wet. The classic.
Very simple. And to be honest, I'm actually happy that's the first one on there if you go all the way back. But there is like a lost couple of
The lost
episodes
episode.
that were posted.
No, so I'm wet was
before
not
that.
the first.
It wasn't. I don't think it was the official.
I'm
well,
dry?
I might have posted I'm wet and then them after, but there were a few that I made way back when I was starting that I deleted. I think 2 or 3.
What were they?
You know what the controversy was? The reason I deleted one is because
No.
I can't remember what it was about.
Sponsor didn't get approval.
It was a random video. It was, I don't know, it must have been like 3 or 4 minutes long. It was just a normal one. But at one point, and it's only a small part of the video, I made a joke about like, because I was like 13 at the time. I was like, because I'm a teenager now, I spend most of my time doing, and then it cut to me in a bed,
Well,
and I was
wanking.
like pretending to jerk off. Yeah, like
Right.
under the covers. It was like 5 seconds that like, wasn't a big joke. It wasn't like a long thing. It was just a small little joke that I had in there.
Right.
And I remember
Oh no.
not my mum, my stepmom,
Oh,
because my parents are separated, and my dad
yeah.
lives in Sydney with his wife, and I
Yeah.
had gone over to Sydney.
So I've been watching some of your videos and.
Yeah, I was telling my stepmom and my dad like, oh, I made a couple of videos, like, I like.
Oh, so they
filming and
watched
stuff.
them.
And they watched them, and she like came in and she was like, Daniel, I don't think it's
Appropriate.
People could be watching that. They could be targeting you. Like, she got really paranoid.
Good God.
And, looking back on it, it actually made me feel terrible. Like, it made me feel really shit because it made me really self-conscious of the stuff I was putting out. And it was like, am I being too edgy? And looking back on it, it's like, no, I
Ooh.
wasn't. I was just making dumb jokes,
I had the great thing to bring out
And
after
I
intermission,
really-
but go ahead.
I really, really wish I had kept that up because I would love to have looked back on that and just be like, that's
Why
such
didn't
a-
you just private it?
I didn't really know you could do that at the
old
time.
YouTube.
So I just
Could you? No, you must have been. Able to
you
private it,
you
of
could have been
course,
able to.
yeah.
I just didn't really know about it, So I just deleted it. I was like angry and I just deleted it. And
It's like crying, like
I was literally like,
get rid of it.
I'm serious.
It sucks.
I was embarrassed. And the thing is, what's funny is that my mum watched it and she was like, Dan, you don't have to delete it.
Bloody
It's not
Karen,
that
she's
bad.
such a good woman.
And I was like, Mum, I've already deleted it.
it's gone. It's like just put it back up there. It's gone.
And that's the thing. So look, maybe one day I'll be able to get it back. Maybe there's a way now you can get it back. But yeah, I clicked the delete button. I obviously I deleted it off my iPad years ago, so there's no way of getting it back.
I wish I
there,
still had the old bloody.
But yeah, there was. I think
Yeah,
there
the
was
back
that
in the
one, and I
day
think
stuff.
there was one other one. So there was only two. There's only 2 lost videos, and to be honest, there's a whole, like probably tens of videos that
It's
I've
a forest
done
full
in
of-
when I was 13. So it doesn't. There's enough embarrassing shit for me to look back on.
Bring back the sketch group
Now that's a reference for the dinosaurs out
for
there.
the old fans.
Yeah, but anyway, no, I just think, look, whether you got iPhone, like, start filming what you can. Don't worry about the gear, but
Yeah.
definitely save up for more gear, more expensive gear, because it is worth it.
It'll pay
for
off.
sure. And I think even if it doesn't drastically improve your videos, you'll definitely feel more serious about what you're doing.
That's very true. Like you do feel more serious and better, and
Hmm.
it encourages you to do more.
It's like, look at
work
us with this podcast. If we weren't,
veterans.
well, we're not in a particularly different place in terms of like following now than we were when we started the podcast. We've only got probably a couple hundred tops more subscribers between the two of us than we did at the time. But the fact that we both have a microphone now, the fact that we have 3 angles that right now one is off, the fact that we have all these video lights, we have a backdrop, we have like a studio, that does a whole lot to make us feel more professional, and it makes us feel a lot better, I think, about what we're doing.
100%, yeah, 100%.
No, totally.
Beautiful.
All right, you want to bring something up, or want to go cut to?
I got. Well, speaking of like dodgy videos, I have one to bring up, but we'll bring it up after
Okay, this is
intermission.
after the break.
You got to keep the audience on their
Don't go
bloody
away,
toes,
folks.
Dan.
Yeah, don't go away, folks. We'll be back after these quick
After these short messages.
Thank you.
Welcome back to
Wowzers.
Louder with Crowder. I'm Sean Evans. This is Hot Takes.
I love it. Hi, everybody. We're back.
When we left off, Dan,
Before we took a break,
I grew up without a
before we went on hiatus.
camera on me. Okay, so hiatus. We were talking about before the intermission, dodgy videos. I'm a bit more awake now, by the way. I'm sure you're probably thinking Connor's a bit tired today because you are right.
Oh, I thought you said you're a bit more woke.
Well, Dan, I'm woke 24/7.
Oh yeah. Well, that's who you are.
We discussed this. Anyway,
Tell me what you
so I hope it doesn't mind me bringing this up. I made a video last year, which was very controversial. Which got me in a lot of trouble.
Oh,
it's deleted now.
Oh, this story.
Down the old eye roll.
No,
Dan,
go,
can we
go,
get a
go.
replay on the eye roll? So I made a video. It all started when I made this update video. I hadn't uploaded for a couple of weeks. I made this update video saying like I'm doing all this shit, and then I made a joke in it because Aiden made this film. That's Green Productions. He made this movie called I don't know, Runaway or some shit. You were in it, and so was Chris Northall. I had a quick little cameo in it, and he made a video before he released it.
Oh, his
talking
film for
about it.
uni,
Yeah, the uni film. But he made a video before he released it. And I just said in the video that it was a bit dumb because like he made this video before saying that there's a video coming out tomorrow. I was like, why don't you just release the video? That was my point. Me and Aiden are good friends. We do the podcast together. And obviously, like, we all do stupid things. And I just thought it was a bit dumb. I've probably done something very similar. Anyway, yeah, so I said that in the video. And then me and Aiden were good to laugh about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said to him for a
Well,
joke.
it was a
I was
little
like,
roast, a little moment of roast.
little roast, you know, I'd rip into you in vlogs and stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, anyway, I said to Aiden, I was like, you know, why don't you do one for me? Get a little bit of banter going. This is back when me and Aiden didn't really talk that much because there was some shit going on with our friend groups. So I thought maybe it could bring us closer. It did not, kids. It drifted us apart further, but still.
YouTube drama.
It was a YouTube drama a bit because he. Okay, look, I'm gonna be honest now because like obviously it happened and he's not like this anymore. But he did make a response and it was pretty mean. It wasn't like a little jab. It was a bit of a, you know, ripping into my job and stuff. And I'm just trying to be a working member of society.
It's getting very
everybody.
political right now.
Yeah, it probably is. But you know, and Dan was in the video. He didn't say anything, bless him. But yeah, it was just, in my opinion, it was a bit of a step too far. But that's okay. I'm trying to say now we're absolutely fine because we are. But anyway, I was like, okay, I'll film a video response. It was a giant meme. I still got the video. It's on private, obviously. It was a giant meme, but it was actually really well done. And I put it out, and like, the like to dislike ratio was fucking insane. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was like a split vote. And I put it out, and then I went. It was actually a night we went out to Callum's. 21st in the city.
Oh yeah,
remember that gem?
Yeah.
And anyway, we were pre-drinking. And I checked the video, and it was blowing up. And I was like, "Fucking hell! Like this is insane!" And like, it was a lot of dislikes, a lot of likes.
Yeah, YouTube drama gets views.
Yeah, dude. And like, it's really not my thing. It was only intended as a joke. In the video, I was like cracking jokes. Like Aiden's roast, I pretended that I was gonna quit my YouTube channel. I was hovering over delete, and I packed my suitcase, and I told my mum I was leaving Australia because of the roast. It was a good meme. Anyway, fast forward to about a week later. Down the pub. I couldn't make it, but you and Declan and Daniel and Aiden. No, you, Declan, and Aiden all went out.
Yeah, right.
It's like 2 Dans. And then he was there, but I was with another mate. Anyway, he came over to me and we were just discussing it, and like things got very fiery. because
I do remember this.
I said to him, I was like,
vividly.
"Hey, no, I haven't really got that much thick skin." So like, it did kind of get to me a bit, and then he replied in quite a tone, "I haven't got thick skin either." And yeah, we had a bit of
Wow.
beef for a while. Anyway, I deleted the video. I apologized for it. I was like, "How from now on, let's just not do that." So it started off as a joke, but that was a very controversial video. And looking back now, I say this each week. I don't even like say it every week, but yeah, I do have anxiety, and it's strange because whenever I put up a video, I am very cautious. I'm very scared when I put a video up. It just surprised me that even last year, when I was probably in a worse state, I not even filmed, but just put it up, like just put it out there, and like
Yeah.
it blew up. Dan, you're right
Wow.
about YouTube drama. You stay out of that shit, don't you? You're like,
Yeah,
not me.
I would
So
like
do I,
to be
fair.
an impartial observer. I feel like I should have Aiden on the podcast in my place to like defend himself on this.
Poor
I'd be
Aiden.
like, no comment. Have it out.
Uh-oh. Wait, so you reckon it's still a bit controversial?
No. I'm just acting like it was controversial. It's
No,
whatever.
we good. I literally saw Aiden an hour and a half ago. We film a podcast now. We're in a much better place than we were. But you gotta understand, like,
You like check your phone. You're like, oh shit, the podcast.
he's like, I
is
know you're
cancelled."
talking about you. Yeah, I know you're talking about me. No, like it was very controversial. Yeah, you go. Like, it had 4 dislikes and 5 likes.
Oh boy.
So the old
right
bloody
down the middle.
yeah, the old split. You know, M Night Shyamalan bloody ratings right there. I wouldn't do it again. I think YouTube drama is very dumb. It can
So
be
was that-
entertaining, but it
was
is
that
dumb.
The moral that you were trying to get at was YouTube drama, or what
Look,
was the?
YouTube drama is fun. It can be. I think at the end of the day, you got to remember. I think this is what we both forgot. Me and Aiden is that we're both human. You know.
Yeah.
Words can hurt, and like, you know, a bit of drama can be fun. A little bit of pinch. It's like, I love a good diss track. I love a bit of YouTube drama, but I'm not tuning to Keemstar every day. You know.
No, I get
You
that.
got to respect that these people are humans.
Well, and that's why I think, look, thank goodness, you know, you and Aiden are
Yeah, we're a better place than we ever been.
good friends now, and you're feeling better about it, because you know you would never want to lose someone that you care about over something
Such a dumb.
yeah, so silly as a YouTube video, or so silly as an online thing. And I think that's where what's nice, I don't think we ever really got, I don't know, you can tell me if this is wrong, but I don't think I ever really got like teased or anything for posting YouTube videos. I know a lot of teens talk about like, oh,
Yo, don't listen to them, man.
no, well, I know a lot of teenagers are like, you know, like all these my fellow high schools all make fun of me because I make YouTube videos. I don't know. I never really got that.
I got a bit.
Uh,
Well, I
people
kept
kind of-
mine a secret. You didn't, and then it
well,
leaked.
What's funny is that okay, I guess that's true. I guess if you keep it a secret, then I guess when they find it out, because high schools are such dicks, they kind of are like, oh, he doesn't want people to know. Let's embarrass him. You know?
Yeah, they were like watching in class and stuff, and it's a bit freaky.
Oh, okay. That's a bit of a shame, but that's what I mean. That's
Probably not,
I
probably
guess
not even in a hurtful way.
that's why I asked though. But I don't know. I guess it's funny you say that though, because I never hid that I did it,
No, you didn't.
and I guess I wasn't. I
Yeah.
was. I don't know. I guess that's. I don't know. We're getting into like high school.
Drama.
Not even high school drama. We're getting into high school psyche, right? Because I guess
What a word.
the reason that I never really got teased, I guess, because I was never really embarrassed about it. If people brought it up, I was like, yeah, you know, I do that. And I
Ooh.
tried to, look, I was quite anxious about it. And if people ever brought it up, even to give me a compliment, I'd always be like, oh shit, you know, did they
Well,
like it?
I don't know
Did they
about
not
you,
like
but
it?
if you're watching a video with someone who isn't like me or Cap or something, is it a bit? I always get a bit like when this video I dropped last week came out, like a lot of my family and friends watch it, and I was like, go ahead and watch it, just please don't watch it with me. Are you like that?
Yeah,
Because that's what it was like at school.
you
with me.
know what's really funny? I used to be like that. And I probably would be that. Okay, it's funny. I'm not a very sociable guy. I don't even see my family that much. Like, I'm a bit of a, I don't want to say
What a great
hermit.
quality to have.
Yeah, I hate everyone.
Fucking
No,
hell, Dan.
no,
You
I
have the
don't.
sweetest family. Thank God you're going to Mason Beats.
I love my family. I really do love them. But I'm just saying, I don't really see them enough that it's like,
Yeah.
when we do see each other, we're going to be talking about stuff. We're not going to be like, oh, watch my newest YouTube video. But like, I show Kath all of my videos, and I sit through,
Yeah,
I
but
watch them with her. Like, you know.
Who isn't me or Calf?
Oh,
As I clarified.
that's the thing. Like, I guess I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that, but I don't know if I would, because I don't know. I am a bit anxious and I am shy, but I also do have a bit of arrogance. So I don't know if. And the thing is because I've edited myself so much on videos and podcasts, I am so used to seeing it, and I don't really have an embarrassment about it anymore.
I remember it was year 9, and my YouTube channel leaked. It was on a Friday,
Yeah.
and I always remember you because we were kind of friends, but not really. We'd only met up for the 50th anniversary night.
Yeah.
So like we were kind of friends, but not close to it.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Oh,
I
no,
remember
what
I went
did I
up
do?
to you, and I was devastated. I was like, "Fucking, this is horrible," because everyone was talking to me about it.
Oh no.
And I went up to you, and I was like,
Was I a bully?
Dan, everyone knows about my YouTube channel. And you're like, "Oh, great." I always remember that. Because you thought I was going up to you and being like, everyone knows. This is amazing. Everyone knows about my channel and I'm getting so many views and subscribers. Not to mention the AdSense and all the sponsorship deals. No, you
love
thought
it.
I was being like that.
Yeah.
And you were like, that's awesome, man. I was like,
And then you're
no.
like, no,
No.
it's not.
And you're like,
That's
oh,
so
okay.
funny.
And like, you were really cool about it. But no, you were a lot more open about the channel. And it always used to embarrass me at school, I'll be honest.
No, I agree.
Not in a bad
you know,
way,
that's
but-
funny is that it actually genuinely did embarrass me as well. But I think, I don't know when it was really, but because I feel like, I don't know if I did make videos in year 12, but I feel like I didn't.
No, you
I don't know. Maybe I did, but I feel like I
No, I
was
don't- I don't-
more
I don't really
secluded.
think you
Anyway, what I'm
no,
trying to say,
we gave it a big break.
what I'm trying to say is I definitely got to a point in my life, I guess, not in my life, sorry, in my high school life, specifically my high school life, where I kind of got to a point where I was like, you know, if I'm just like, I'm making YouTube videos for people to see it, so I shouldn't be embarrassed if people see it.
That's literally what my dad used to say to me. He was like, because after it got leaked, I said to him, I came home and I was expecting like, my parents would be like, oh, poor thing. But
Yeah.
I remember my dad pulled me to the side and he's like, Connor, you gotta understand, you're putting this out so anybody can watch it.
Yeah,
You can't be annoyed when people find it.
And
I
that's-
was like,
fair point.
you're not wrong. And it generally, I went back into school that day and although I wasn't extremely comfortable about it, I did say to myself, he's fucking right,
Yeah.
it's true.
And that's the thing. That's why you're doing it. Like if people watch it,
No,
you
literally,
can't-
like you were saying, it's literally why you're doing it.
And look, sometimes I get the thing with like family and that watching it. I guess it's different for me now, especially because I've moved out. It can be embarrassing when your family watches it and you're like, oh, maybe they don't get it, or like, okay.
It's like, do you enjoy it on the same level as me?
Well, and they always have like a comment. They're like, why didn't you do this? And you're like, look, you just
It's like, leave the filmmaker to me, mum.
Yeah, that's just how videos are made.
You know,
like,
if I
don't.
did it.
Yeah, and so, family can be embarrassing in that sense, but it's the same thing. Like, people are going to watch it. You're putting it out there for people to see. And if they do, you've just got to be like...
I got a question. Can you... Because, like I said, I put that video out last week, and it was really big, and, like, I got a lot of love from it, and it's really nice, but can you accept...
your getaway film.
Can you accept praise? I'm always just like, thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't really know what to
Anyway,
say
I'm always
either.
just like... It's almost like, I'm like, so what didn't you like about it? How do
Yeah.
I improve next time?
You know what's funny is... And that's what's so funny is that I'm the same. I'm very... Like, I just want to create, and I think we're both the same. I just want to make things...
It's right. That's out there now. I'm glad you loved it. Next thing.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it. I
Such a
want to
creative
I want to
mindset.
create. I want to get bigger. I want to get better. And so whenever I do something like post a video or make it or like post
Austin?
or like when I did some of my stand up and that, it was like, okay, I like that. I had fun. I'm glad you liked it. It's never a thing of like, I can take a compliment for sure. I can be like, oh, thank you. But,
Well, it's glad people love it.
yeah, exactly.
But, still.
What I mean is I'm not one of those people who's like, no, it wasn't.
But
good."
I don't think we create it for praise.
No, but there are people who they'll post something and then
Like,
people will
"So,
be
what
like,
do
that
you
was good. No,
think?"
they'll be like, that was good. And they'll be like, no, it wasn't.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
People who
it's
just
like,
don't know how to take
it wasn't even that
compliments.
good. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't even get this. So people can be like, no, it was just beautiful. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
so artistic.
I can take a compliment. I can be like, yeah, thanks,
Thanks.
man. I appreciate that. But
Yeah.
I definitely...
I don't think we go digging for it.
No.
I
No,
generally,
I
I
don't
like
need
to know
it.
what people think. But if they didn't like it, I'd be like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Why?
I'll make you like it next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, please tell me why. Like,
That's the thing is that and I think we're
Compliments.
always in seek of like how to change, how to make it better, how to make it different whilst also being entertaining and everything else, So.
Well, speaking of, I've got 2 questions.
Oh, wow.
Apparently.
We've got a question time segment on this pod.
Yeah, well, I gotta remember to send the
It'll be a
intermission,
question from Aiden. It'll be like, hey, man, I thought we were cool.
It's like, how'd you know I was live streaming? I always send you got any questions at intermission. I need to start sending it before we begin because half the people haven't opened it. But we'll start with the one from Brilliant. Number
live
one,
question.
that's a big ask too. Who is your favorite podcaster and content creator?
Okay, that's a nice
I
question.
don't get it. What's the first one? Number one, that's a big ask. Oh, because I said in the Snapchat, don't be a twat and ask a dumb question. Who is your favorite podcaster / content creator, Dan? Very hard to choose.
That's a hard one.
And do remember, we have about 4 minutes left. And another question. All 3 questions. All 4 questions. Go.
Okay, let me go quick.
Yeah.
Favorite podcaster? I don't know. I don't listen to that many. I really want to try and expand my podcast.
You probably should consider me run one.
Listening, because I'd like to listen to like a whole different bunch. I obviously listen to the H3 podcast.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Same.
I have listened
Couples
to
Therapy.
Couples Therapy a few
Yeah.
times. Casey and Candace's podcast.
Yeah.
One that I listen to is a political podcast called Pod Save America.
There we go. Oh, that's
Do
cool.
you get it?
Cool,
Yeah.
cool and groovy name.
Yeah. And so that they talk about like politics and stuff, mostly American politics. They do have Pod Save the World, which is more globally.
Love it.
So I listen to some of that because I'm a bit of
Yeah.
a political guy.
Yeah.
I listen to. Well, it's a funny like. Okay, so this then also goes into content creator.
Yeah.
I watch the Philip DeFranco show every day,
Philip the fuck?
which is like a news. It's like a YouTube news show.
Yeah.
As in, it's not news about YouTube. Sometimes it is, but it's usually
YouTube
kind of just a
drama.
mix of everything. Like it talks about world news, talks about local news, talks about YouTube news, talks about media, whatever. I don't know. The reason I thought of that when I said podcasts, because the shows are usually about 15 to 20 minutes long, and I listen to them on my run. So I kind of listen to it in the same way I would listen to a podcast.
And he's a content creator.
Yeah, but I think he's a great content creator. I would say that him, actually, Phil, and probably Casey are the 2 people that I look up to the most in terms of their work ethic. Probably Phil a little bit more, although Casey is probably more similar to me as a person because, as you know, I'm a very independent person. I'm not saying that I'm like artistically as similar to Casey, but Casey Neistat, who we're talking about, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know who we're talking about. I'm obviously do a lot of my stuff on my own. I'm very kind of independent. Yeah, we do the podcast here, but I don't really collaborate as much with a lot of other people. Like a lot of my videos, I just do myself. I film myself. I edit myself. All that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm more similar to that sense, but I respect them both, Phil and Casey. They've both built huge businesses, huge brands that if YouTube died, they probably would be able to last.
100%.
368
and the Philip the fuck show.
Yeah, they've figured out what they're doing on YouTube. They figured out their style. They figured out themselves, and I really, really like that. So I would say that's my answer. Bit
I'm
of a
the same.
long-winded.
Yeah, that was not a short answer in any way possible, but okay.
Oh, I also like Hot Ones. I like Hot Ones, and I like, just to give Conor the shout out to the shirt.
Repping it.
Got, this
Sean Evans. I'm wearing the
Spice Lords
Spice
shirt.
Lords, only 75 in the world. Thank you, Hot Ones. Love it to bits. Yeah, Hot Ones is very good inspiration. Casey Neistat. Literally, podcast you mentioned, Couples Therapy, Hatred podcast. Quickly, another question. If you could make your own superhero, what would it be? I would have someone who can run and fly at the same time.
How would you run
That's the joke.
in the air? Oh, wow.
It also says Rip Stan.
Aw, poor Stanley. What a creator.
Feelings towards the death of Stan Lee. Literally, everyone's asking that. And have told podcasts about your massive willy. Oh my god. There's always jokes about my cock. Brilliant.
What cock?
Brilliant. And last one. If you were arrested randomly, what would your parents and family assume you did? That's a great fucking
that's
question.
A funny one. Okay, well,
that's brilliant.
Quickly on the superhero one, I've always wanted to. I always liked the idea of being invisible, just because you could do stuff like
Watch women change.
No,
Awful.
it's disgusting. I'd only
none
watch
of
men
that.
change.
There you
No, like you could like rob
That's
a bank
okay.
and like no one could.
It's just hovering money. Fucking
Yeah,
2 sacks.
I just love the cartoon aspect of that. Stanley, absolute great guy.
Absolute legend. Rest in peace.
I'm not sad that he's dead because. No,
Fucking hell.
no. What I'm saying.
Well, he was 95.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
that
he's lived a good life.
Yeah,
He's
that's what
lived
I
a
mean.
great
He
life.
lived a long life.
he's lived a
He
good
did
life.
amazing things. So
Yeah,
like,
he did. No, he lived
good
an
on him. Yeah.
amazing fucking
dude,
life.
you'll see the headlines will be like, Daniel Hay glad
It's
that
like
Stanley.
it's like Dan apologized on Twitter.
No, I just mean he lived a great life.
No,
and
he
I
did.
think
No, I
that
get your point.
You know, and
Yeah.
you know, his wife did die last year, so I'm glad they're both together wherever they are if they believed in that sort of thing. So, great guy. What was the last one? What was
the rest of the thing, I would say something to do with booze. Like I would have.
Yeah.
I've accidentally boarded a plane to France and caused a bloody ruckus on the plane.
Yeah, I think my parents would assume it was like
It's like
something to do with goofing around. I don't think they would think that I did anything violent. They
it's
would
like,
just be
was he
like,
drunk at the time? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, well,
They'd be
we
like, he
guessed.
was probably publicly
It's
drunk.
like Dan was very drunk at the time. They're like, well, we knew that. But
They were like, oh, you see us saying he was drinking when he was naked in that kid's fountain. Like, it would be something ridiculous.
it's like we assumed he was drunk, officer.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you for the questions, everybody. You all did
That was lovely.
fantastic
We
this
should do that next week.
week. No, we should. But again, I got to stop
wait,
sending
well-
it intermission.
We should do that in the finale because we'll be drunk next week. So I don't think we can take.
I can send it. I can literally send it.
One thing I'm gonna want to tantalize you guys for the next episode.
Go.
A big word there. On the podcast next week, because we're gonna get drunk, we're gonna have 45 minutes. You can say no to this, but you're not going to because we have to because I'm bringing it up. But
Yeah.
I reckon we should try and get through 6 beers.
No, fucking
podcast.
one absolute bloody every 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, what am I, 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Easy.
What am I, 4 years old?
There you go.
Yeah,
why not?
so I reckon we do that, and then if we want to take
That's
a
not
few
even 10 minutes.
questions,
We're not doing a 60 minute
talk
podcast. What are you
about-
talking about? That was not good math.
No, don't worry. I'll
Sorry.
let you slide there.
I thought it was 60 minutes for some reason.
Don't worry.
Go.
The show. And then we talk about our drinking stories.
Yeah,
we
drinking
take a few
stories.
questions,
It's a
maybe.
drinking episode.
Yeah.
So I'll try and get some drinking questions.
Look
Okay,
at that. There
Cool.
you go.
That was good. Sorry I started off so sleepy, everybody. I'm good now.
That was a. I feel like that.
I'm glad my camera was shut off for the first half because I would have been like, yeah, good, Dan. Yeah,
I love it.
we're good.
What was I going
That
to
was a
say?
great app.
Yeah, I think that one wasn't.
We had no plan, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say we didn't. I don't think we went to as many places. Maybe we did. I don't know. I never really remember these podcasts, quite frankly. But I think this one was a nice discussion that we had today.
Yeah, we freeballed it again.
We got through some politics. Apologies, Aiden, if you were offended from that. I want to make a
It'll be fine.
message. This podcast is
My
non-political.
apology. This is the
Aw.
podcast would be like the
Conor's
podcast.
apology
Hey,
video.
my apology.
I love it.
My screenshot this for this fun though would be me going. Can you use that one? Can
What?
you do that one?
Yeah, I love it. All right, thanks, folks.
Go on.
I will see you, and
Next
he will
week.
see you next
Very
week.
intoxicated.
Yeah, next time you see, we'll be plastered.
Thank you
So
very much,
looking
everybody.
forward to that. Peace.
Goodbye.
Love.
Bye. See ya. Bye.